Hello and welcome to another stream. My name is Ray and it is Learning Korean with Ray, day 137. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in as always. Today we will review the grammar lesson or the grammar section of lesson 13 again. Just like go over it one more time and then we'll jump into the practice video. But before all of that, of course, we will go into the vocabulary review. So let's do it. 3 words, should be very quick. Okay, easy, dero. Oh, 1 second. I'm not sure it's easy. It's dero, Dorada, right? Yeah. No. Deroboda, right.
들어보다,
Like to see. To listen is similar to see, and to see is boda, and to listen is dero boda. Actually, you know what? Holy shit, I just realized something. Wow! We just learned dero. We just learned dero as a prefix to say in, to go in, to come in. And this is basically the same thing. And then you have boda, which is to see. So it's like to see in. Makes completely no sense, I know. But it's exactly the same structure. Like dero is exactly the same. And then you have another verb that's even similar to listen, like to see and to listen, to senses, to see in. That's the new meme. Okay, anyways, to admit. I don't think I will ever remember this one. Something with Zhang, but that's all I know. Okay, 입장하다.
입장하다.
I saw the ip here, I have to admit. Okay, baseball, 야구.
야구.
Okay, so that was it with the review, and now let's go into howtostudykorean.com. Here we go, lesson 13. Okay, so we do one very quick review. We go through all of these, like 20 seconds each. And then we jump into the practice view. Maybe 30 seconds each. Okay, so and. We know and. 그리고. But in this case we learned 과 or wa and 랑이 or 랑. 랑 or 이랑. This one was for written. This one was for conversation, mostly, I think. Or this one is more formal. I think that's it. This one is more formal and this one is more casual. And this one is also... This one is formal and the other ones are not. Let's put it that way. Okay, next one. So here we have exactly the same. They can also mean with and not only and. Okay, all good. Now we have to remember that you need together if you're saying with. So it's like kachi. Kachi is for more casual. We have this here somewhere. aya here. And hamge is the other one. So the with that we have here, the more formal one, and the one used in writing is also used with the together, that is hamge. And the other one, the rang or irang, is mostly used with kaji. Exactly. Okay. And kaji is in general way more common. And hamge is really only used together with gua or wa in formal situations. Okay, so that's about that. Now next one, here we have two. The father gives money to his son. Okay, to give something to somebody, basically. Okay, here we have ege or hante or go. Not go, ge. Okay, let's see. So, hante in conversation, ege in written, but still also used very often in conversation. Okay. And ge when the person receiving something is needs respect. Okay. Now all the same things with so, or the two of them at least. That is, well, the opposite. So which is it from? It is from. But then we have robutor. Robutor. So where's robutor? Ah, yeah. Robutor or Eurobutor is for non-persons, while the first two, egeso and hanteso, are for persons. Okay. So this is a very short review, but we'll see. To do something for somebody. Yeah, this can be hard. Because this looks like an object particle, but it's not. So this means yeah, this one here, for the benefit of. That's a real translation. Hi Flo, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so re or il, we he or we he so, with the benefit of somebody. It's object particle. Yeah, but it's not for the object. You what I mean is, well, or there are two objects then. For example, let me see. I made bread for my friend. Bread is the object. I is the subject. Bread is the object. Here. And the for my friend, I'm not sure how the correct grammatical terminology is. I don't even know it in German, to be honest. But bread for me is the object, and for my friend is, I don't know, something else, some bonus stuff. But it's using the object particle together with we he. That's what I mean. So, for example, if I the difficulty that brings with it is if I begin to read such a sentence here, and I don't know the translation yet, I read chön chonin, so I. Then I read chingure. Then I think, okay, I and the object of the sentence is a friend. So I'm doing something with a friend. Or like yeah. Now I think, okay, now I need a verb that is acting on the friend. Which is not true. Which is wrong. And I only realize if I see this one as well afterwards. If I just see this one, I'm thinking in a wrong direction. That's what I mean. And only when I read this one and then this one, I know, okay, bread is the object. And this means for my friend. So I'm doing something with the bread for my friend. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but you definitely agree that bread is the main object. I will call it main object now, okay? You agree on that, right? That bread is the main object of the sentence. Because object for me is something, I learned it on this website as well earlier. The object is something that the verb is acting on. So the verb to make. So in this case, the object is the thing that was made. And that's clearly bread. So bread is the object here. If this is also called an object, then bread is for me the main object. Or here the same with water as well. The verb is to prepare, and the most simple sentence is I prepare water. I subject, verb, object. I prepare water. I is subject, prepare is verb, water is object. That's like the most simple form of the sentence. And then the school gets added to it and the for my father gets added to it. So you can remove for my father and the sentence would still make sense. You can remove the cool and the sentence would still make sense. But you cannot remove the water because then the sentence is losing an important part that gives it its meaning. So water is like 100% more important than for my father here. Water is like one of the main parts of the sentence, and for my father is just an added bonus. Okay. About something. Okay, so we have about edehe. 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 Edehe comes after the noun. The something. So about my father, where's father, aboji, and then edehe. About my father. Oh, but the yeah, okay, never mind. We have my father here, and then we have edehe to mean about my father. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So one last check. Gua and wa for written. Rang and irang more for conversation. Hango also more for conversation. Then the same for with as well, with with, you also need in conversation, or like if you use irang or rang, you need kachi, as which means together, or you don't need it, but it's very often very common. And you use hamge, meaning together, if you use kwa or wa, so in formal situations or written. Then we have tu, ege, hante. Wait, hante so is missing here. From is also, from is ege so and hante so, right? Yeah, hante so. Okay, it's just missing from the table of contents there. Okay, so egeso and hanteso are for persons. Ero buto is for objects. Then we have the for the benefit of something, which is il wihe or re wihe. And then we have about something, which is erehe. Erehe. Okay, those are the things. Hi DamFineG, thanks for tuning in again. So I just reviewed the things again. I don't think I have them memorized, every like all of them. If I read them here, I know like what they are, of course. But if I should do the other way around, and I'm not sure about the situation in the beginning, it might be hard. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I have them. Maybe I have them memorized. We'll see. We'll find out now, because now we are going into the practice video. Let's go.
All right, let's practice them.
All right, let's practice some sentences. Yes. Okay. Bam. So I put my numbers here in. I put my numbers here. Okay. The numbers are here. There on the left. This would be like 10 lessons on Talk to Me in Korean. Okay. What do you mean, damn fine G? You mean the text? You mean this here? Well, this my streaming software OBS. You can just add the text wherever you want. I can also add pictures. Like, I think every streaming software can do that, to be honest. It's just a simple text. Yeah. Little side thing, nothing to do with Korean, but I think I see it in my StarCraft streams a lot. So I have the feeling a lot of people who are, for example, playing StarCraft, they want to share their playing. They want to share their gaming, and they turn on the stream, and they play StarCraft, and they do it well, and they care about StarCraft, and it's all good. So they care about the thing that they want to show to people, which is obviously good, yes. But they only do the most basic stuff to actually run the stream. And I'm a software developer, and I grew up with computers, and I use so many software, and I'm just interested in software. So whenever I have a software that I'm working with, I play around with it. I try out things and so on. And I think I use the tools, the software tools, I use them, yeah, I don't want to say better than others, than most others, but yeah, I try around more. I try around with more stuff. This text is, like, I'm sure many others have text too, but for example, this is sliding out, sliding in here. This one, for example, that I'm sliding here from the middle to the bottom. These things, those are not included in the software. You have to add plugins for that and so on. I try around with that. I play around, and I think for some people it might add a little bit of extra to the stream. So yeah, you have to research a bit. You have to look for certain plugins. You have to configure the plugins. So it's a little bit of effort required. But in my nature, since I grew up with computers and I'm a software developer, I'm naturally always playing around with software, and I'm always putting in some effort to play around with software and to see what possibilities the software has. And yeah, I think I do that a bit more than others, and I guess sometimes it increases the quality of the stream a bit. But yeah, doesn't mean that my stream is better than other streams, because some people maybe don't like such stuff. Okay, anyways, now let's focus on Korean. So thanks for your feedback. I appreciate that. Yeah. If you stream yourself and you're interested or so, I can also tell you some things. Just message me. Okay, but now we are going into this video and we'll hear the first sentence now.
Sentences. I'm going to prompt you with 5 English sentences based on the grammar from Unit 1, Lesson 13, and it's going to be your job to try to translate these sentences. The first sentence I would like you to try is, Dad prepared a present for Mom.
Okay, let's do it. So, by the way, damn fine G, in case you didn't hear it before, whenever I do these videos and I want to do this exercise and think about the translation of the sentence, I have a window on my screen where I type the text in and I put it in front of the chat. So I never read the chat during my thinking phase because I want to try to get to the solution myself before I look at the chat. Only if I'm not sure, or I think I'm done, I can't think of anything else, or I'm really stuck or so, then I will move the window and look at the chat. But before that I will try it alone. But you're free to still join and do the sentences yourself. So, but I will not read it since until I have my own solution. Okay, which is I'm starting now. So now I'm not reading the chat anymore. Okay. Dad prepared a present for Mom. Okay. So let's start with Dad, right? 아버지. Oh. Gotta switch to Korean. 아버지는. Okay. First task complete. We translated Dad and added the subject particle. Very good job. Okay, a present. 선물. 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 선물을. Yeah, 선물을. Object. And then I will put prepared, so I will just use the base sentence now and I add the for Mom in the end. To prepare is Junbi, I think, right? Junbi hada? I think so. So I will put in the verb now. Junbi hada, and now I conjugate that. Prepared is past tense, so 했어요. We always use the informal high respect conjugation, by the way. 준비했어요. Okay, so this is the base sentence, and now we add for Mom after the subject here, between subject and present. For Mom. So for Mom with the benefit of Mom. Okay. 어머니. 어머니 is mom. There's another word for mom, or well, 어머니 is mother, but there's something like Omma, I think, Omma, but I'm not super sure about that, so I will actually put a little dash here and write it down here. Omma, I think, but I'm not sure about this. Okay, and now you need 4, which is so we need and then we need we have, I think. We have? Yeah. Or we have so. Okay, I think this looks good. Let me reread it one more time. Aboriginen. Omonire wihe. Sonmuril. Junbi hesoyo. Sounds good. Sounds good, I think. Did I do any typing mistakes? Omoni. Omma. Re wihe. Son. Is it son or is it son? Son. Sonmul. Sonmul. I'm not sure about sonmul. Son? I think it's correct. I think sonmul is correct. Sonmul. Junbi hesoyo. Okay. So that's my final answer. Now I will close the window and read the chat. We have the same. Nice. Yeah, okay. Nice. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's listen to the answer.
I'll give you 10 seconds and you can start now.
Yes.
Say okay, the subject of the sentence is dad. You could say aboji, or the more informal way of saying it, usually, to your own father, just saying appa. So I'll write that here, appa, but you could say aboji if you wanted to.
Never heard appa before, so aboji is fine.
Now, in lesson 13, you learn that if you want to indicate that you do an action for somebody, what you want to do is put that person down. So I'll just use amma. You could say omoni if you wanted to, but I'll just say amma because it goes more in line with appa. It's sort of an informal way that maybe you would call your own mother. You'd call her amma. Now, if you ever want to indicate that you're doing something for somebody, you should put the object particle on that, followed by wihe. And that would be the part of the sentence that translates to for mom. And in all cases, you could say my dad and my mom if you wanted to, but usually in Korean, you don't necessarily need to include the fact that it's my dad and my mom. It's just assumed from context. Now you want to indicate that that the father prepared specifically a present. And you can do that by putting the word 선물, which translates to present. And that's the thing that the father or the dad prepared. So because that's the object that the verb is acting on, you want to put the object particle here, followed by the final word, which is just prepared. And the verb to prepare or to get ready in Korean is 준비하다, and it's specifically in the past tense. So you're going to put 준비했어요. And that's one way that you can conjugate this into the past tense. You could say 준비했어요 or 준비했습니다 or 준비했다, but this is the informal high respect conjugation, which I usually use in my sentences. This sentence would read 아빠가 엄마를 위해 선물을 준비했어요. The next sentence I would like you to try is I will give my girlfriend flowers tomorrow.
Okay. I actually need to leave for, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, or maybe 1 minute. I will leave the screen on so you can take a look at the sentence if you want. And yeah, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, let's take a look at the sentence. Okay, so I will give my girlfriend flowers tomorrow. Jonin. I will give my girlfriend flowers tomorrow. Okay, I will translate tomorrow. 오늘. To my girlfriend. It's basically to my girlfriend, right? What is to again? Is it i랑? No, that's with or and. What is to? To and from. Egeso? Is Egeso? I have this Egeso in my head for some reason. Egeso and... Oh, I can't believe it. Ge is the one where the person receiving something needs respect. Egeso. Hanteso? I think it's Hanteso, right? Hanteso. I think Hanteso, but I'm completely not sure. I will try Hanteso. Maybe it's wrong, but yeah, I will write Hanteso now. So Han, think like this, Hanteso, or is it only Hante? It's only Hante. Oh man. And we need my girlfriend in front of that. I don't need to use my, because I mean I'm not giving another person's girlfriend flowers. That would be kind of awkward. So I will just put girlfriend here. 여자 친구 여자 친구한테 flowers is, oh well, where am I? Oh, 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So, 여자 친구한테, so to my girlfriend, or to, yeah, to girlfriend. And now we need flowers, which is not this thing, but this thing. Good. That's the object, the main object. So good chill. Yeah, now the verb. Chuda. I will, oh okay, I will give its future form. Okay, then 줄 거예요. 줄 거예요. 줄 거예요. this is correct. Okay, let's reread this. Chonin, Onil, Yoja Chingu Hante. Hante, yeah, that's correct, okay. Gotchil Chulkoyo. Could work. Yeah, so that's my final answer. I will look at the chat now. Oh my god. I put today. Yeah, on the list today, of course. Jesus. Fastest way to grab a mistake here. Okay. Okay, you guys have the tomorrow before the subject. It's interesting. I've much more often seen it after the subject. The subject is usually in the front. But it's totally fine, I guess. Okay, so Neil Chonin. What is Che? Che is the short form of Joy, right? So Mai. Okay, I left it out intentionally, but you can edit, of course. And then your Chingu. Wait, your chin. Your chin is a very short form of girlfriend, I guess. Yeah. Wait, I will put it in the chat here. The normal form of Mai is this one, right? But I understand that this one is the short version of that. Because the first one here is Joy, and this one is basically J. So it's like the same sound, but the middle left out, and it's shorter. Okay, your Chingu in a natural way. What do you mean in a natural way? Are you saying Yoja Chingu is unnatural and nobody would say that? In speaking, Koreans never. Okay, in speaking. Okay, so in written form, it's the longer part is correct, but in speech, in conversation, it's always okay. You don't know. Okay. Let's not assume things. Okay, so in speech, you're saying Yojin is the normal word for girlfriend. Okay. Okay, so now your answers are scrolled out of the chat here. I will put them in again. Okay. Nail, okay, Yoje. Hante, okay, you both have Hante, so I guessed right about Hante. But the difference is you have no space in between and I have space. Okay. And then we have flowers, which is the same. We both have the same, or we all three have the same object particle. And then the rest is also the same. Okay, so the big differences are, well, I put today and you put tomorrow, obviously, so we will ignore that. Yeah, but the only real difference is the space, right? And you both have no space, so I guess I'm wrong here. So
I'll give you 10 seconds and you can start
look at
now.
the solution. And the my you can leave out if you want, right? Oh wait, I see something.
Okay, the subject of the sentence.
Damn fine G, you said Jagar. You said Jagar. What is this Gar about? Why Jagar? Can you explain that? It's the same as Chonin, but with a subject marker. But topic marker. I'm a bit confused. For me, nin is a subject marker. At least that's how I learned it so far. But I've read about that you can use E and Gar also as subject markers, and sometimes it's more natural, and I guess I don't have the experience yet to see that. Well, what's the difference between a topic and the subject then? Like, what is a topic? I mean, the flowers for my girlfriend are also the topic, right? Of the sentence. So, what exactly is the topic here? Why is I the topic? Yeah, okay, so I guess I'll not worry about that. It's almost the same, even people who live long time in Korea can't explain it. Okay, then I will not worry about it now, and we'll just continue.
This is I, so I'll start the sentence by putting this here. Now, in the first sentence, you're talking about doing an action for somebody. In this case, you're not really doing it for your girlfriend, but what you're doing is you're going to be giving something to your girlfriend. Now, if you look at the sentence, it doesn't actually say in English, the word to doesn't actually show up here. But another way that you could write this sentence in English is by saying, I will give flowers to my girlfriend tomorrow. It really translates, or it really means the same thing in English here. So really, who's the person who's receiving the flowers, or in other words, the person who I'm giving the flowers to, is my girlfriend. Now, the way that you would do that is you need to add a particle onto my girlfriend. And so first we'll start by just writing my girlfriend, which is my would be 저의, and you don't necessarily need that. You could just write 여자친구 if you wanted to. So 여자친구, that just means girlfriend. And again, in Korean, they often assume if you don't necessarily need to say my. If you just say girlfriend, it's assumed that you're talking about your girlfriend or whoever's girlfriend you're talking about, maybe in the previous sentence. Now, in this sentence up here, you used this röwihe to indicate that something's happening for the mom. But in this sentence, you need to add a different particle, and you want to add 에게 to indicate that the subject, which is me or I, is going to be giving something to this person.
에게 was mostly used in writing, right? And we have hante, which is mostly used in conversation. I think that's it. And since we are practicing here, well, you can't know if it's writing or conversation. Oh, we have some Korean in the chat and the link in the chat. Hi, China White. I guess you're asking me when I'm streaming StarCraft. Sita? Yeah, this is StarCraft. Yes. StarCraft. StarCraft. I don't recognize the last part. The day is time, so I guess it's something like when is StarCraft time? Something like that. And I will say probably tomorrow. So I'm streaming in the weekend again, StarCraft, as always. I'm always streaming in the weekend, Damfine. So I'm always streaming Sunday. Always Sunday. Then one of the other two weekend days, so Friday or Saturday, one of those, sometimes both, but one of those and Sunday. But since there's a big tournament going on now and I'm playing in that, I will also stream during the week for the next 3 weeks. So tomorrow I will play StarCraft and stream it. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, and now we have that link from DamnFineG. Yeah, okay, I will check it out later about the topic particles. Thank you. Okay, we'll continue here.
That's the purpose of Ege. Now, I'm going to be giving these flowers tomorrow, so I'm going to include Neil. And the thing that I'm giving is the flowers, and that's the object of the sentence. So I'm going to put the noun for flowers or flower in Korean, which is got, and I'll put that there. That's the thing in which I will be giving, so that I have to put the object particle onto that. And the final thing I need to do is say that I'm going to be giving this thing. So the word for to give in Korean is juda, and I'm going to do this in the future tense. And in lesson 9, you learn that the best way to do this is to add this to the stem of the verb, followed by this here. Now, one thing I should mention is the ordering of this could change. If you happen to put the girlfriend and tomorrow and flowers in a different order, that would probably be correct. This is just the way that I would most naturally say this sentence. This sentence would read, 저는 저희 여자친구에게 내일 꽃을 줄 거예요. The next sentence I would like you to try.
Okay, so the only difference of his solution to our solution is the ege instead of hante. For that, we'll very quickly go through here to my girlfriend. Hante is used in conversation. Ege is written. Also used in conversation very often. So maybe this one is seeing more usage overall because it's in written and often in conversation, while this one is only in conversation. But maybe this one is still more common in conversation. I don't know. But overall, I think we understood it. Yeah, hante is definitely correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the next one.
I think about my father's health a lot.
Okay, so next one is starting. I will put my window above the chat so I don't see it anymore. And now we do this. So I think about my father's health a lot. Okay. 저는 about. Okay, about. 에대해. I think it's 에대해. But I need my father first. I will use the long form of my now. 저의 아버지에 대해. I'm not quite sure about which 에 you need. But 아버지에 대해, I think is probably correct. About my father's health. Oh, but it's not correct actually, because we're not thinking about my father, we are thinking about my father's health. So it's not, we need to put health in there as well. So we need this one again. And now we need health. I have no idea what health is, and I think I've not learned it yet. So that's a bit unfair, but I've learned about to be healthy. So I will assume I can use the first part because it's a hada verb, and it means health. We'll just assume that. And that is kongang, I think. Kongang. Kongang hada. So I think it's Kongang. So I think this should be it. About my father's health. A lot. What is a lot? Is a lot Manta? Manta? I don't know about a lot. This Manta feels completely out of place. But I will leave it like this. And now we need think. Kongbu hada is to study. Beu hada is to learn. Beuda. To think. Sengak hada, right? Seng. Like this. Gakada. Sengakeo. Okay, Chonin. Joe, my father, my Abojie, fathers. Kongange, dehe, health, and then about. Manta, I'm super unsure about that. That's probably completely wrong. And then Sengakeo. Okay, so this is my final answer. I think the Manta is wrong, but I have no better guess, so that's what my final answer looks like. So now I will check the chat again. Okay. Okay, now you left out the my and I put it in, but we know it's, you can put it in or you can omit it, it's fine. Abojiwe Kongang Edehe. Ah, the day was wrong. I have the day wrong. You both have it the same, so I assume you're correct here. I used the wrong A for the day. Edehe. Okay, and then often flow. Yeah, man. Jaju, that's good. Jaju is good. And then finally you have the adverb. The adverb is actually pretty good as well, because we are often thinking about things. The a lot or the often is describing the action. Hi Samskyo, thanks for tuning in and thanks for following. Thank you. So it's a good, it's very smart to use an adverb here, because the a lot is describing the thinking, the action of thinking. So Mani could be correct. Jeju seems also very, very good. So I'm not sure about this. And then the rest, Sengakeo, we have the same. Okay, so the interesting part here is the a lot. I like both of your answers. I think my answer is wrong, but I think the rest is easy. Okay, let's take a look at the solution.
Give you 10 seconds and you can start now. Okay, the subject of the sentence is
Oh, wait. I didn't even see the message of damn fine G. Yeah, you gotta change Manta to adverb form, so you're on the right track. Yeah, I realized it now after seeing your answer. It's totally correct, of course, yes.
So I'll start off just by putting this here. Now,
but I'm really wondering if Jaju is also correct.
Just like in the first sentence where I was doing an action for somebody, I was doing it for somebody, so I had to include this. I need to do something similar to the thing that I want to talk about this about. So it's about my father's health. So something's going to be added on to my father's health. So because it's going to be added on after this, I'll first just simply write my father's health. Again, as I've mentioned before, if you wanted to, you could say my. You don't necessarily need to say my, but I will just because it happens to be in my English sentence. So it 저희, and you don't necessarily need that. And then you have my father, which is, again, you could say 아버지 or you could say 아빠. I'll say 아버지 this time just so I have both ways here. 아버지. And again, it's my, which has this ui on it. Then it's not just my father, it's my father's health. So I have to include this on father as well. And then you're talking about the father's health. And the word to be healthy is 건강하다. But the noun form of to be healthy is health, which if you just take the hada, maybe I'll write this down. This 건강하다 means to be healthy. But if you just eliminate this hada, you end up with just 건강, which is the noun.
I like how you don't even see it. He wrote it down here in this corner, and first he just said it, then he thinks, okay, I should write it down, and then he scribbles over it right away. So you didn't even see what he wrote there. I mean, it's obvious, but still kind of funny.
Form of that, which is health. So if I'm talking about my father's health, I want to put this here. Very similar to this first sentence where I put 를 위해 after the person that I was doing an action for. I want to put, in this sentence, I want to put 에 대해 on the thing that I'm doing something or I'm thinking about. So this part here would translate to about my father's health. Now I have the I and I have the about my father's health. I need to indicate that I think about it a lot. And the adverb to say that something happens a lot is 많이. Now, finally, the verb of the sentence is just to think, and that's in the present tense. So I'll just put the verb is 생각하다, so it's 생각, and I'm going to conjugate that using the informal high respect just by putting 해요. One thing is you could actually separate the noun here, 생각, which would be the noun of think or thought, and you could say, instead of saying it like this, you could say 생각을 많이 해요. That's another possible way that you can do it. There's no difference between the two, but they'd both be appropriate. This sentence that I have right here would read, 저는 저희 아버지의 건강에 대해 생각을 많이 해요.
Okay. So, that was the third one. Yeah. I mean, the manta was obviously wrong. Obviously you need the adverb form here. But apart from that, everything was correct. The part we learned in the previous lesson, the about, was correct. Okay, well, no, I cannot lie to myself. I used the wrong a in de, so it was not completely correct. Yeah, but I think a Korean would understand what I wrote, at least that. Okay, it's 5 minutes after 7 now, and I think judging from the length of this progress bar here in this YouTube video, I think we have 2 more left, but I will do them tomorrow. So I will stop the stream now, and let's take a look at this thing here again. So tomorrow we will finish the last 2 sentences of this one, and we will also start this one, or maybe finish it as well. So this one is just listening to Korean and actually recognizing, write it down, and then translate it. So that's a lot harder than today's lesson. Because I think Korean to English is harder than English to Korean, and the big part B is we actually have to listen and recognize every single character. And for me at least, that's the hardest thing so far. Actually listening to a Korean person speaking rather quickly and like recognizing every single syllable. Because sometimes the sounds are just so, I don't know, ambiguous is I think the correct word. Yeah, it's very hard. But that will happen tomorrow, so yeah, it's very hard. I'm happy that it's also hard for you, Damn Fine G. But we have to practice. That's what we do here. We can read it here. Want to practice your listening skills? Yes, I do. I definitely want to practice my listening skills. So we'll do that tomorrow. So first of all, we'll finish the second sentences from this one, and then we'll jump right into this one. So that's it. So that's happening tomorrow. So see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thanks a lot for again participating and watching, guys. And yeah, until next time, until tomorrow. Bye bye, annyeong.